Hello, ladies and gents. To no one's surprise, Spider-Man No Way Home has, ran home all the way to the piggy bank, from the piggy bank, and crossed $1 billion. So from me and little Lord Jasper, thought we'd bring you this piece of news. This is no surprise. When will Hollywood learn, ladies and gents? When will they learn? Give people no agenda, no nonsense, just a good, fun, hearty, earnest film. Yes, service some of the fandom. Write a good story, have good, nice actors, likeable. There you go, you make money. Why is this formula so hard to get? Why do studios struggle all the time? I don't understand it. It's very, very annoying. But at least Spider-Man No Way Home has absolutely smashed it. So let's take a look at this, ladies and gents. So Deadline here reporting that Spider-Man No Way Home dashes to the 1 billion plus global. And that's obviously a pandemic era first. Which is, wholly hilarious and really important to throw it out there, ladies and gents, is that the pandemic means sweet FA when it comes to a good film. Loads of people are like, oh, Omicron, Megatron, Unicron, Omicron. No. Alright? No. And if you've got a problem with that, that's fine. Absolutely fine. But this shows majority of people are fine with it. They're happy to go out to the cinema as long as the film's good. Right? Yes. Not the majority of just individual civilians. The majority of moviegoers. The majority of movie lovers. They're happy to go. They're the ones that are not going to be averted by Unicron. So, I'm using that term because YouTube's a bit finicky about it. Alright, just fucking calm down. So, let's take a look. So, it's the top 2021 title. Worldwide international box. It's absolutely obliterated it. And quite rightly so. It was a great fun film. Did really, really well. And yeah. I'm super, super happy with this. It's good. Now obviously it says refresh for the latest. Sony Marvel's Spider-Man No Way Home is having a joyous holiday as it is now officially the first movie of the pandemic era to pass the 1 billion mark at the global box office. The worldwide gross through Sunday is $1.05 billion. That's worldwide. Okay, worldwide. But it's done really well domestic as well. Now, that makes it the installment Sony's number 2 film of all time. Right? So that's great. That's awesome. Behind only Spider-Man Far From Home. So it's done very, very well in terms of that. Pairing up with the rest of the franchise, it's done really, really well. Now, it's the number 1 title of the year worldwide, and one of the only movies of the modern era to have reached 1 billion without China. Now, that's the big take home. And I tell you what now, this argument that Hollywood must pander to China, bollocks. Utter bollocks. Just stop it. You provide a good movie that people want to go watch, you can make China money without China. There you go. Mind blown. Mind blown. Give people a good film, they'll watch it. Build it and they will come, right? But they just haven't been building good products, so no one's been paying for it. So I really, there's more of an article to go through, but let's stop and let's address that. Let's unpack that news. This is the first film, relatively, in modern era, one of, not many of them, to hit the $1 billion mark without China. Now, this is in a current climate where Hollywood's over-reliance on China has caused them to censor things, has caused them to change, do specific China cuts. They're spending more money to appeal to the Chinese market just so they can get a movie released in China to then hopefully claw back that money and then a profit. I mean, that's nonsense. When you can literally just make a decent, good, wholesome film, earnest, bit of fan service, likeable, etc. All that crap that I've just reeled off, and it will make that money without them. That is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And I really do sincerely hope, that the individuals in charge, they're not going to, by the way, alright, I'm not an idiot, they won't, but it would be fantastic if the studio executives grew a pair of bollocks and just realised that they don't have to do it. This is a good case study. Especially for Marvel, right? Because Marvel has had some mega bombs, and this is a Sony Marvel film. Sony. And Marvel had some mega bombs recently. Like Black Widow bombed, Eternals bombed. These movies just obliterated themselves. Marvel wants, now, funnily enough, No Way Home money. That's what they're looking for. Yeah, can we get some of that No Way Home money? Spider-Man No Way Home had almost done, I can't remember the exact record, but it had done something very close to Avengers Endgame, like only second to Avengers Endgame. Which is really telling. Really, really, really telling. But that's fantastic. What great news that is, huh? Now, the article states, what's more, the John Watts directed No Way Home got to the mark in just 12 days, ultimately crossing early Sunday rather than Christmas Day, as had been anticipated. But at these stratospheric levels and during a pandemic, that's just splitting hairs. No Way Home is the third fastest title ever to the 1 billion global, just behind Avengers Infinity War, 11 days, and Avengers Endgame is the record holder, having done it in 5. So there you go. But again, it's not without its detractors. We have the likes of Scott Mendelson here with some big brain takes, trying to poo-poo it anyway. Weekend box office, Spider-Man No Way Home falls 69%. It's a record for an MCU movie. Did you think, mate, that maybe people that wanted to watch it, majority-wise, watched it opening day because it did really, really well? Did you think? Did you think? And then maybe strong word of mouth carried it to the people that weren't going to watch it. Did you perhaps think that for once? Come on now. For an 81 million second weekend gross, lower than The Force Awakens' third weekend, but still nears 1.1 billion worldwide. Why are you referencing Star Wars? Come on. Who cares? But anyway, now says this, but for the Christmas Eve crowd, Spider-Man No Way Home dropped 83% on Friday and 69% for the weekend. Tron Legacy fell 77% on Friday, number 2, Christmas Eve 2010, but then fell 58% over the whole weekend. Much bigger numbers, but also a bigger drop for Spidey. Exactly, much bigger numbers, because a lot of people had already seen it. Like, come on. How is that difficult? How is that a difficult take to come to? My God. People. Utterly hilarious. Now, we do have a brief breakdown of where it came from, just as a quick outside view looking in. It is interesting. So the amazingly reviewed film itself added 121.4 million international this weekend. So 3.5 million from Thailand, little place, not massive. Economy's not the greatest at the moment, so that's really good for that location. It really is, actually. You need to stand up and take note of that. That's pretty damn good. This lifts the offshore cume to 61 overseas markets. To 587.1 million for the number 5 spot of the year overseas, and the drop over the Christmas frame was 57%, and there's plenty of runway ahead globally, along with Japan, which releases on January 7th. So there's still more to go. Still more to go. It will highly likely hit the 1.1 billion mark, I would say, quite frankly. Now, the top 10 markets overseas are as follows. UK, 68.9 million. Mexico, 52.8. I'm surprised that Mexico is so high, actually. Korea at 41.1. Who'd have thought, Koreans love Spider-Man so much? But hey, they did. France, which is experiencing massive economic upheaval from COVID situations and locking down and passports, etc. 35.8, so that's really good. Brazil, 31.7. Australia, which, is not the best place in the world at the moment with, Omicron and crap like that. $31.4 million. And India at 29.7. Russia, 28.5, which is massive for Russia. Again, you've got to think of exchange rates and things like that. That's huge. And Italy at 21.2. And Germany at 20. So it is absolutely blown up. So will Hollywood stand up and take note? Probably not. Probably not. But hey, wouldn't it be good if they did? But they probably won't. Important to note. So what did you think of this crossing the $1 billion mark? Been a smash hit, especially whilst The Matrix regurgitations bombs. It's funny, isn't it? Two polar opposite films. You look at one versus the other. One obviously serviced the fans, the other took a giant piss on their face, just like the lead singer of the song in the closing credits. If you don't know what I'm referring to, Google it. Brass Against, lead singer, P concert. It'll gross you out. And it's basically what Warner Brothers did to the fans of The Matrix. Pissed on my face. Anyway, ladies and gents, thanks so much for watching. Take care.